You saw first right here on KHU11. A chlorine release in Brazoria County now under control. I'm Ugochi Iloka in for Sherman Chow. That chemical plant incident prompted an area-wide shelter in place for about an hour. This mainly impacted the cities of Freeport, Clute, and Lake Jackson. Again, those areas no longer under a shelter in place. We have live team coverage in the area and tracking the air quality as a result of this release. We start with Jason Miles live at the facility where it all happened. Jason, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we're as close as we can get to the facility, a little bit down the road. Coincidentally, this road is called Chlorine Road, and that gate up there is what's known as Gate B40. It goes into a big chemical manufacturing complex. The Olin manufacturing facility where all this happened is within this larger complex. Take a look at some photos an employee working inside posted on social media, then shared with me from the immediate aftermath of this chlorine release. Now, it all happened around 9 o'clock, as we've reported. There was a very visible yellow cloud rising above part of this facility. Authorities saying that release immediately triggered a level 3 alert, the highest alert at the plant, and a precautionary shelter in place, as you mentioned, in the cities of Clute, Freeport, and Lake Jackson. Brazosport ISD also enacting its own shelter in place procedures. The Brazoria County Sheriff saying the shelter in place was lifted more than an hour ago and that he's not aware of any off-site complaints or injuries. Still waiting on information regarding anything on-site. As for the company, Olin, again, we got a statement a little bit earlier, which reads in part, quote, "Site emergency response was immediately engaged and the leak was stopped. Employees at the facility took immediate safety precautions while a team began working to address the situation. All personnel have been accounted for and those who were potentially exposed are being evaluated by medical personnel. We are conducting a thorough analysis to identify the cause of the release." And back here live again at Gate B40, heading into this major chemical manufacturing complex, again, which includes Olin Manufacturing, where this chlorine release erupted, if you will, earlier this morning. Things seem to be flowing again, employees coming to and from this facility. I did speak again with a gentleman who sent us those photos. He is still at the facility. They told him to just kind of hang around for now. But again, it appears as if the emergency situation we reported on earlier is now over. Reporting live from the Freeport Lake Jackson area, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
Thanks, Jason. Good update from the ground there. We want to send it over now to Troy Kless live in Clute, where the release sent nearby schools into lockdown. Troy, what are you seeing there now?
Well, Ugochi, here at Clute Intermediate School, we see that activities have returned to normal within the hour after that lockdown was lifted. Now, Brazosport ISD announced earlier this morning that a shelter in place was lifted at all of its campuses after, again, being placed on lockdown. During it, the district says that all doors to its campuses remained shut and no students were being released. Now, I did reach out to the school district to ask about their procedures, if there was anything unusual noticed by staff members on campus at the time, and we are still waiting to hear back from the district. And the city of Clute also, again, sharing information on its social media pages that more than an hour ago, it's okay to resume normal activities. And based off what we've seen, we've been in this community for about the past hour or so, and from what we see, people driving by, and it appears that most of the normal activity has resumed here. So we'll be within the community and getting reaction from people, how they feel about what had happened this morning and the response to it as well. So we'll keep you updated once we learn more. But for now, reporting live in Clute, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Troy, thank you. Kim Castro joins us now. Kim, air quality in this area, of course, a major concern after the release, especially due to the wind.
Yeah, we really had to rely on officials when it's something that's very localized. The sample of air quality is going to be something that we need to monitor on the ground. Overall air quality, though, in Southeast Texas has been pretty good. It's in the yellow category, which is moderate, that is safe for anybody to breathe. So when we did get that all clear that the shelter-in-place order was lifted, that's when the main concern for localized impacts in Freeport, in Clute, in Lake Jackson were also finally laid to rest. Breeze today was a good component to this story. It was a lot lighter than it was yesterday, so that kind of let us relax in terms of the transport of this gas and whether or not it would continue to impact communities further north. Luckily, wind speeds were just 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now we're switching gears and looking at radar for a different component to the weather story today. We've got a couple of isolated showers, one of which just passed the North Freeway and is starting to die down. We've got a small chance for a couple of rain showers, I think mainly between 4 and 5 o'clock. Right now, the rain is prefrontal. The main front that we're going to be watching is just passing the I-35 corridor. You'll notice Austin, the dew points have now dropped into the 50s. The air is a lot drier there. It's a lot drier in San Antonio. We're still holding on to dew points in the mid and upper 70s. A few of us are close to 80. That means the air is thick. Right now there is a lot of humidity outside. 88 degrees at Bush Intercontinental Airport actually feels like 97. The feeling this afternoon gets even hotter. Your Neighborhood Weather Network shows we're already in the century mark for Queenswood Lane in the Heights. Rutland Street feels like 102. Sunset Boulevard already at Westview feeling like 104. The front gets here, like I said, this afternoon, so look for some on and off showers in the loop in the Beltway around your commute home. Notice they're not really going to deliver a whole lot of moisture. I think these are going to be quick movers, and the rest of the evening you'll start to feel some better impacts, which include a drop in humidity. Until then, though, look for a high of 97 degrees, feeling like the triple digits all afternoon. Notice this evening, that's when we start to see temperatures drop into the upper 80s, and the heat index is going to finally take a back seat. Tomorrow looks a lot better. Details on that straight ahead.
Thanks, Kim. And we're staying on top of this situation on KG11 Plus, and we'll have updates throughout the day on air and online. Just download on your TV and watch for free. And